So of course would have been MLK Day. The fucking Baking Soda Brigade literally could not wait to push their false ass narratives and lies about Dr. King. As if they actually gave a shit about what he was fighting for and what he stood for as a black man in America. For one, stop misquoting Dr. King. He didn't say a fucking thing about not judging people for the color of their skin, but the content of their character. That quote that y'all keep using was not about or for white people. It was for his children. His black children, to be more specific. And according to his daughter, it doesn't look like that dream ever became reality. Pause to read this quote from the late Dr. King because a lot of y'all need to hear this. Dr. King was a lot more radical than people would like to believe, and the only reason that white people love to take quotes from the early part of his career and not towards the end where he was assassinated is because back then he was a lot more palatable, if you will. Which is why they often misrepresent him to fit their narrative. But in the words of Stevie Wonder, the power in the seeing is believing.
We are struggling now for genuine equality. And it's much easier to integrate a lunch counter than it is to guarantee a livable income and a good, solid job. It's much easier to guarantee the right to vote than it is to guarantee the right to live in sanitary, decent housing conditions. It is much easier to integrate a public park than it is to make genuine quality integrated education a reality. Now the other thing that we've got to come to see now that many of us didn't see too well during the last 10 years, that is that racism is still alive in American society and much more widespread than we realize. In 1863, the Negro was freed from the bondage of physical slavery, but at the same time the nation refused to give him land to make that freedom meaningful. And at that same period, America was giving millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that America was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor that would make it possible to grow and develop, and refused to give that economic floor to its black peasants, so to speak.
Don't shoot the messenger, you fucking lipless lizards.